Welcome back to the Sports Stage. Now joining us is USD sophomore guard Johnny D. Johnny D, welcome to the show.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
How's it going, man?
It's going well. Just a little bummed out on the loss, but moving on.
Yeah, so that's what we want to talk to you about. Coming off a pretty decent tournament, I should say. I mean, got the win over BYU, have the loss against St. Mary's. How are you feeling about the way the season ended?
I thought we ended pretty well. I think we surprised a lot of people with the way we ended. We got 2 wins in a tough conference tournament, which is good for us, and we should have had a third. So, it's definitely a bummer how it ended, and wish you could have won that game for the seniors, but now it's time to get ready for the next season.
You had 2 big games during the conference, 25 points against BYU, 18 against St. Mary's. I mean, I watched you all season. I feel like they always expect you to have big games like that. Does the pressure ever get to you or feel like too much, knowing you always have to perform?
No, I don't think so at all. We have a lot of good players on the team, so I know if I have an off night, someone will pick it up, and it's good to have a couple good nights in the conference tournament. That was definitely fun.
So next year you guys lose Chris Manresa, Ken Ransford, and Cameron Miles. Three seniors who've all had pretty big influence on this team. How is this team looking for next year? I mean, those are 3 guys that are going to be pretty tough to replace.
Yeah, definitely. I think they're very hard to replace, and we're going to miss them all in different ways. So I think the biggest thing is maybe not just trying to replace them, but have someone come up and step into a new role next year. We got a lot of good young guys, and we have a couple guys coming in that'll definitely help. And I think the biggest thing is off season. Everyone just getting better and elevating your game, so that next year we're all better and have different abilities.
And do you see your role expanding next year to sort of include being a veteran on the team?
Yeah.
You're going to be a 3-year starter by that time. How do you envision that changing for you next season?
I think a big part of next year is really just being more of a leader. Taking the team by being a vocal leader more than just lead by example. And I think another thing, we're losing Cam, who's a point guard for this team, so I might have to handle some of the ball a little bit next year, and learning him to do that in the off season.
I remember asking you at the beginning of the year, man, are you taking the ball? And you always said Chris Anderson's the guy who takes the ball. I just shoot it.
Yeah.
So there were a couple highs and lows throughout the season, obviously, but as a player, how do you think that helped you develop and grow to have to experience a season like that?
Yeah, I think that the low moments, you can definitely learn from it. And I still remember the time we lost to Montana at a 3 at the buzzer, where a kid who hadn't hit a 3 all year hit one. So you learn from that, and you know what to do in the next time that situation comes up. And I think you can take the good moments. The good moments are fun, but you also learn from the losses.
You already accomplished so much as a sophomore. Is there anything with the 2 years left you're like, I really want to accomplish this, I really want to develop my game in this way?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing, I want to make that tournament, the NCAA tournament. I think it'd be huge for the program and even the city. To have both teams possibly, the San Diego State and us in the tournament would be a lot of fun for the city. So that's our goal going into next year and the year after.
Well, speaking of which, so it looks like you guys, I think, finished 16 and 18 this year, 4th straight losing season. However, I believe this is now the 3rd year in a row where you guys have won more games than the previous year. Where do you see this team going forward? I mean, I know Coach Bill Greer's job has kind of been up in the air, whether he's going to be brought back. I mean, what's your thoughts on that?
Not much I can do about it. I'm not the athletic director or anyone in the department, so I don't get to make that decision. I know I committed to play here under him, and I committed to play here just at the school. So I'm looking forward to, just getting ready for next season, and I know that the group of guys we have coming back are very good. I think we have a bunch of guys that want to win, that want to play hard, and, that are also pretty talented. So I think that's a good combination going forward.
Go ahead.
Talk about Brett Bailey. Looks like he's one of the prize recruits coming in. Another guy that could potentially be a big impact on this program for a couple years.
The loss of Kenny is definitely going to hurt us. So having I think he's like a 6'6" wing, which is really helpful. I've played with him a couple times in open gym as he came down. He's committed to us for quite a while, so we're kind of close to him already, which is good for chemistry purposes. But he shoots the ball well, he rebounds, he plays hard, and he's just the kind of kid that we really like to have.
You were named the All West Coast Conference Honorable Mention. What does it mean to get these kind of accolades and be honored within your conference?
It's definitely a blessing. I think it's something that you always wish and dream to have. So for that to happen is great, and hopefully next season we can win the conference tournament, and that'd be even better.
I want to talk to you about you and Christopher Anderson. It seems like not many teams have the privilege of you know, having two guards come in, start as freshmen, and now by next year it's going to be 3 years. Talk about the chemistry you have with him and how that's been developed over the years and why that could be a big advantage for you guys going forward.
Yeah, I think it's a huge advantage for us. We're roommates, so, you know, we're really close. We do a lot of things together, and he's just a great point guard who I love playing with. You know, someone, like I said, I like shooting the ball, he likes passing the ball, so it works well. And I think going forward with 2 years of experience under our belts, that's, you know, makes us all that more dangerous, and we're learning a lot throughout the, you know, the course of playing as freshmen and sophomore, and we're excited to see where this goes.
You guys going to have enough to take Dellavedova down next year?
Thankfully,
he's
that
guy's been a problem for you guys the past couple years.
I thought we did.
St. Mary's guard, by the way.
I thought we did a good job on the last game, but he's an unbelievable player, definitely a pro. So he's a tough, lot to handle.
So I have to ask, did you watch the Gonzaga St. Mary's game last night?
Can't say that I did. I couldn't do it. Thought we should have been in that game playing, so it was a little tough to watch.
That would be tough. Well, your numbers have improved in pretty much every aspect of your game from freshman year to this year. But is there one area you're really wanting to improve over in this offseason?
Yeah, I think a big thing for me is maybe be more of a playmaker in the assist column and things like that. And, you know, I always can help on defense and figure and, like, you know, be smarter in that aspect of the game.
Is that an area that you feel like you improved on? Because I remember when I spoke to you earlier in the year, you said definitely a big focus for you this last offseason was your defense.
Yeah, I definitely think I improved in it. You know, there's still some things to fix and, you know, to work on. So, you know, I think through watching film and, you know, just playing in games, you know, I learn and I get better each time.
Everyone knows you have this amazing outside shot. And freshman year, maybe people weren't so aware of it, but it was pretty evident this year. Everyone was. So what did you have to kind of do differently or work on to get open and make sure you're still seeing, you know, a couple shots?
Yeah, it was definitely hard this year. I think percentage-wise, I dropped in that category just because guys weren't really, those shots weren't as open as last year. So I think one thing I learned and coach kind of just told me is, you know, I have to maybe pump fake and get into the lane and throw up a little floater, and that was something I developed throughout the year. So that definitely was something that relieved pressure for me.
So overall, you're thinking after this year, looking ahead, do you have it's going to be a pretty solid USD basketball team next year?
I really believe that. You know, I really like the group that we have. We work hard. There's just togetherness that's great, and I think that it's very promising, the future for our program.
All right, Johnny. Well, best of luck to you next year.